Well, hello, my beautiful Taurians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career or money reading for the end of April, right through the end of May 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. And of course, we've moved into your sign. So happy birthday to all those wonderful Taurians who've just had their birthday. And of course, to all of those beautiful Taurians who have yet to come. This time period will give you extra motivation, organization skills, and of course, you'll be re-establishing your power, your focus, and increasing your finances. This is a time period to really tap into money-making opportunities. So let's see what is coming up for you. Your first card there is the Emperor. So you're definitely dominating the energy over the next 6 weeks there. Also, the Emperor indicates a lot of responsibility, being very strict with yourself, being super organized, but also having the traits of a leader. So you're starting this month strong, and let's see how things are going to work out for you. We've got the Moon card. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides. I think they want that card that's popping out there. So we have the Judgment card as well. So definitely very busy, focusing on your true calling, your true purpose, having a mission. Some of you are doing a little bit of a restructure, and I see an opportunity that you may have felt passed you by. It's coming back around. Now, it may come back in a different form. However, the Judgment card is a card of second chances. So I definitely see some of you, it could be that your motivation and drive is returning after a period of feeling a little bit unmotivated, or maybe even feeling a little bit tired, a little bit exhausted there. The Moon card can indicate something has been draining you. And for some of you, it could be someone you work with, or it could be you're working in a very strict environment where you can't really express yourself. Or even if you're an entrepreneur, it could feel like you're doing everything all by yourself, and you are hoping to either delegate or outsource some of the things that you already do, and perhaps get some level of support. Because looking at everything, I feel like you're holding it all together right now. You're doing you. You are inspired in the month of May, and I definitely see that you're believing in yourself. You're having confidence in your skill set, but I feel like it seems to be that you're on the treadmill of life right now. You're just feeling like it's a never-ending battle, that things are going pretty slowly there, but they are heading in the right direction. And the Knight of Pentacles tells me that there is some opportunity to increase your finances. This could be through some sort of tax rebates, perhaps, or it could even be that there is a bonus or some sort of promotion or raise available to you. There's definitely something that you've been working really hard to accomplish coming in, where you'll feel really proud of yourself there as well. Now, you're actually going from a 4 of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles, so there's definitely a substantial increase, or you're on the path to increase your finances in some way. But let's see what else is coming out here for you. We've got the 2 of Swords. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? You know, I really love this deck, but sometimes it can become really unmanageable, okay? Because of the foil aspect of it, starts to slide in my hands, and it's really hard to keep hold of it. But anyway, let's move straight on to your cards. I definitely see here that you're looking at what is right for you in your career. I see some sort of restructure going on here. You're making some adjustments. You're looking at what is draining you. It could be that you are trying to find a solution to a particular problem in your career sector right now. You will get the answer that you seek. There's a major breakthrough here for you, but it will call for some major adjustment on your part. Some of you may even see some restructures going on in your industry, or perhaps the company that you work for. Even if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that there's some changes in policies or stipulations regarding your company, or the industry that you work in, and you'll have to be flexible in order to navigate this time period of change, because I definitely see change is afoot here. But I feel with the Eight of Cups, I feel some of you are walking away from something that's not fulfilling, or it could be there's a change of direction here to seek fulfillment. For some of you, I also get this energy that perhaps you feel there's something missing. Now, this could be something really simple, like you need to find a receipt or an invoice to do your taxes, or it could be that you are dealing with a client and they are talking about something that they sent you like months ago, but actually you can't find it, or perhaps they want you to find something and they didn't send it to you, and there's just a miscommunication there. I just feel like there's something that you're searching for in the month of May. Don't sweat it, because you will find it, okay? Now, this could be something that perhaps you need to prepare for some presentation. It could be that you're trying to investigate a way to lay out a presentation and present it to maybe a person in a position of authority. This could be like either something that you're working on as a project, or it could even be an appraisal, or even it could be if you're interviewing for a new role. Because I feel right now you're looking at your options, and I feel the main options you're looking at is increasing your potential, your wealth there, but also with that Eight of Cups and the Two of Swords, some of you may feel that what you're offered in your current circumstances, it's not fulfilling, okay? And the Emperor energy is your protagonist energy. So this means that you've established yourself in a really good position of power. You are very knowledgeable in whatever it is that you do, but this card, it can indicate more responsibility has been thrust upon you, and you may feel that there's little reward for it. So if you found yourself working late or coming in early or having to do more work, if there's some downsizing or restructuring going on within your company, and you're noticing that a lot of that work is now coming your way because they've let some people go, you may be feeling a little bit frustrated. Now, of course, the Emperor energy is about success. So I definitely see here that you could be moving into a leadership position. There is more responsibility there. With the Four of Pentacles, if there's a restructure going on in your industry, I definitely see that you're holding on to your position, but I also see that you're looking at changing things yourself. So it could be that you're putting your resume out there to find new opportunities, or see if there's anything else on the same level as what you've achieved so far. But I feel like there's like another opportunity coming in that sees you climb a ladder, and but the money may need to be negotiated, because I feel it's not completely right for the level that you're at. Some of you beautiful Taurians, you may be told, or you may have been told, that you're overqualified for a role. I mean, that really is a bit of a cop-out, because basically what they're saying is you're really good at what you do, but we don't have the budget to pay for you. So are you willing to accept less? Or perhaps we're not willing to give you this role because we know that you won't take less because you shouldn't. So I feel right now you're actually looking at your skill set, and that you are very talented and gifted at what you do. But also I feel like this is a protector card. So I feel like you're protecting a position, but also you're super serious about your career, very ambitious. Some of you may have felt really drained, as I said, and you're trying to find a little bit more balance in a very chaotic situation. And this could be the chaotic situation of life. Some of you are trying to navigate doing a job, looking after children, or being a carer for a parent or guardian, or even a friend. Some of you are even trying to negotiate better deals or branch out in some way. I just feel like there's a lot going on. And with the Emperor energy, this is also a card that indicates that there could be someone who can help you, or you could outsource or delegate to at some point during the month. It says here, seek guidance, be more powerful inwardly and outwardly. Sometimes I feel, human beings, we actually accept less than we truly deserve and desire, okay? And sometimes we're told that, you should be lucky to have this job, or you should be lucky enough to do this, or get paid to do this. But actually, whilst that is true to some degree, because not everybody has what they want right now, I feel also people need to realize that they are truly lucky indeed to have you on their team and working with them in order to elevate their business or elevate their craft or, their clientele, whatever it is that you work in, because it's going to be different for everybody. I feel like you're really, looking at what you offer and really establishing your sense of power. There is empowerment with this card, but also I feel this is a card of being stricter with yourself, to be more focused on your goals. Some of you may actually decide to reshuffle your goals and prioritize what's important for the next steps ahead, because the Emperor energy is a strategist. So some of you are in a deeply planning phase of the next steps of your career, but also it could be that you're looking at things online, how people set things up, whether you're becoming an entrepreneur, because this is a card of being your own boss. Some of you are really interested in how to launch something, set something up. Maybe it's the legalities of how to go about creating your own business, or maybe even launching something that perhaps was from home. I feel like you're just looking into things right now, because some of you feel like you've hit a plateau, or you've come as far as you can in a certain situation, and you want to, level up. You want to utilize your skills and transfer them into something else. And if you feel like you've hit that glass ceiling, it's time to reassess. And I feel some of you are in that reassessment phase. We do have that Four of Pentacles there. Now, this is a desire for long-term security. And this is a card that is very, very serious. And also, when you have the pairing of the two, it can indicate that you've been working really hard, that whilst you do enjoy part of what you do, you may feel like you never have enough time for you. Some of you may even be working really hard in order to purchase property, or you're trying to save for a large purchase. I mean, the Four of Pentacles is to hold on. Okay, so you may have felt like you hit a level in your career and you're maturing through this. You're growing through your role, but at the same time, you must maintain and persevere in a situation in order to protect your role and protect your status. So some of you may feel you're looking at your options in order to grow further in the current role that you're in, or if you feel like you've hit that glass ceiling, you're taking yourself elsewhere, because 8 is the number of the self, and you're putting your own needs first at this time. Now, also, Four of Pentacles indicates you're being careful about the next moves of your career, and also you're being very careful about money. I feel like you're being very cautious, but at the same time very clever. You're someone who is super intelligent, and you have a lot of knowledge, and you are naturally gifted at whatever it is that you do in terms of your career. And some of you, I feel, if you've just come to this reading and you're currently looking for a role, whether you walked away from something already, or whether it was toxic and you had to protect yourself and leave it, or whether you were fired or made redundant, whatever it is, if you've come to this reading and you're looking for a new role, I definitely see that there is one becoming available, but I feel like you're not really sure about it. I feel you're not sure about the money, okay? It's almost like you feel what's being offered to you at this time is it's more than, let me put it this way, it's more than what's available out there on the market, but you know that you deserve more. Now, I feel like you're not shooting yourself in the foot, right? I feel like you're not turning down something that is potentially a stepping stone to something better, but at the same time, you're knowing your worth. So let me just pull a card on that. Knight of Cups. You want to do something you love. You don't mind working hard for doing something that you absolutely love. And there is another opportunity coming in that you'll absolutely feel is more in alignment with your true life's purpose. So I feel with that 10 of Wands there, it's like you want to work for love and money. So you don't want to just work for money and be beholden to that role and hate it later on. So with the Judgment card, you're following your calling. We do have that Judgment energy right there. So that really kind of aligns with the fact that you're leaving something that doesn't suit you at this moment in time. Now, this doesn't have to be a role. It could be a task. It could also be you're leaving a sector. You're moving into the same industry, or you're moving up in the company that you're in, or some of you are just branching out. But I feel this revitalizing of your spirits right now. That's what the Knight of Cups is to revitalize your spirits on something that you love doing. So, when we do something time and time again, of course we love what we do, but at the same time, it starts to get a little bit repetitive or a little bit same, and we start to try to grow through the role and find new exciting ways to approach something and make sure that we don't lose that interest, that we remain inspired. And that Ten of Wands there, it tells me that you are taking on a lot right now and you're feeling pretty exhausted. So the fact that we've got two Knights coming in, I definitely see there's two opportunities for you, or two options for you to choose from. And this Two of Swords indicates you may need to withdraw at the end of the month of May in order to really think things through on which choice you're going to decide on, okay? For some of you, I feel there's an energy of a person who's in a position of authority in your industry, or it could be in your company, and they may be leaving to set up their own practice, and they really love what you do, and they may actually ask you to join them. So some of you may be really excited about this, but you're still a little bit unsure about it because it may mean moving to the competition. And, I feel the money has to be right for you to leave something that you've been in for quite some time before you move into something new that is establishing itself, especially since you've established yourself to a very high degree. So I definitely see, with that Judgment card, you have a calling to do something that you love. It's going to be hard, but you're not afraid of that hard work. But just make sure you watch out for burnout, because I feel like you're close to that. I feel like you're overstretched, and I feel like you have been taking on a lot recently. Life is a lot, and it feels like there's never enough time in the day at the moment. So I feel like you're prioritizing on what's important. And that may mean that some tasks or responsibilities, because I definitely see that you're going to have a lot going on in the month of May, some of those tasks and responsibilities you may feel can take a little bit of a back burner whilst you focus on more pressing things. Now, the Seven of Cups is really to visualize whatever it is that you feel is most pressing, okay? When you get the Seven of Cups in terms of a career or money reading, this indicates that, sometimes a lot of choices can make us feel really scattered. We don't know which one is the best for us. So really check in with your heart. Of course, you're leading with your head there with the Emperor energy, so you're being very logical and business-minded. What is good for your business sense? What is good for you to expand? Where do you want to see yourself in the next 5-10 years? So this is about visualizing every eventuality, and the one that really makes your heart sing, but at the same time makes your bank account sing as well, then of course that's going to be the right one for you. So I feel like you're really checking in with yourself. Do you want reputation? Do you want fame? Do you want money? Do you want a sense of security? Do you want to just enjoy what you do and feel a sense of pride and contentment? So I feel like you're really asking yourself, what is it you want out of your career at this time? And then you're going to really pursue that, and you're actually going to achieve your goal there, okay? Now, of course, some of you, you're trying to be super focused on your career, get really organized. I definitely see that you're going to be very organized in the month of May. And with that Seven of Cups, I feel your energy may fluctuate a little bit, especially since we have the moon here. So some of you, you may have been experiencing some level of brain fog, or suddenly you couldn't concentrate, or you lost your sentence, or couldn't find the word. I'm going to pull a card on that because I feel some of you may have been wondering what that is. And this could be a personal thing. It could be like a fluctuation of hormones, for example. Some of you may be going through some medical, really, or it could be like menopause or something like that. So some of you may be trying to balance, because we do have that Justice card, which is all about balance and harmony, and it just feels like something's off kilter right now. It could also be that you're working in a very sort of strict pressurized environment where people expect you to go above and beyond, and of course you do, but then they want more and they want more, and it's like you're giving as much as you possibly can to a situation. Yeah, Nine of Swords there. So Nine of Swords can be a card of anguish or worry. It can also be a card of having to have faith to really quieten the inner critic. So I feel if there's some restructure going on in your career sector right now and you're a little bit worried about it, especially if there's new contracts coming in, you may want to really pay close attention to any small print because there is the potential that you will find something in that contract that you will want to renegotiate because it doesn't suit you, or it may mean that they're trying to like take away a benefit or something that has been long-standing in your career sector. Some of you may actually need to get legal advice on this as well. So that's not going to resonate with everyone, of course. That's just coming through. For some of you, the legal advice or the contract that I'm seeing here, it could be that you're moving into a new role and you'll sign a contract in the month of May and you'll start it. I feel like you'll start it like May, maybe June, actually, very end of May or even June. I feel like something new that you could be starting and you'll sign a contract with it. I mean, for some of you, especially with the moon present, you may be wondering about a long-term secure position, and also you may be thinking about something more freelance. So you may be thinking about taking some seasonal work at this time, or maybe even taking a second stream of income, something creative that you could do that brings in extra finances. But the Nine of Swords there is a card of worry about something. It can also indicate that, you have a lot on your mind right now and you're a little bit cautious about the next steps. And, this is a card that's like, seek solace in like a friend, perhaps someone you can trust that can give you some good advice. I mean, the Hierophant is also a card of advice. So if you're worried about anything in the working environment right now, going to HR or seeking advice is imperative, I would see here. And I feel like you'll get a really positive outcome. The way forward may not be clear, but getting that advice will really help you move forward. And that's not going to resonate with everyone. Could be that perhaps there's some sort of conflict in your working environment that maybe you need to take your previous employer to court, or if you are already going through that process, some of you will suddenly have a release. It'll be over very, very soon. And I feel like there will be some sort of financial compensation there. But with the Two of Swords, it makes you feel very uncertain about, the next working environment. You're making sure that you notice any toxic red flags before you move into any other career sector. I'm going to move away with respect from the energy. I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you're going through something like that. But I'm going to tap into the majority energy. Some of you have been trying to balance studying something new or trying to upskill in order to retain your position in your current working circumstances and protect your role so that you are always like ahead of the curve. So if you're in a very fast-paced or fast-moving environment where new technology comes in a lot, or, the rules get changed a lot, or even if you are in HR and, all the rules and regulations are constantly changing and you need to keep abreast of those things, I definitely see that you are totally on it and you are really great at what you do. And sometimes you need to be aware of that inner critic, okay? It can be a lot of pressure, and I definitely see that you are under a little bit of stress there, but that Nine of Swords and the Hierophant energy is telling me that, you've got this, basically. And whenever you get the Hierophant in any reading, really, it can indicate that some of you are seeking new knowledge or seeking advice on how to do something that you feel is difficult or out of your usual parameters. So if you're thinking about launching a business, for example, and you want to learn how to incorporate a business, you may either get some advice or even go online to somewhere like YouTube, a social media platform that has loads of videos out there for free on how to do pretty much everything, how to fix something, how to, learn languages, whatever it is. I feel like, you will find the answer and the solution, and I feel things will get a little bit easier for you there as well. But ultimately, I feel like the month of May, you're increasing your finances. You're being able to save a little bit more than you were expecting, okay? And the Moon card, when you have it in this position, it's basically indicating there's something here that you feel frustrated about or confused about or unhappy about in your current circumstances, and you're digging a little bit deeper to find clarity. As it says here, find clarity, follow your own path, and with the Justice card and the Ace of Swords, some of you may have felt that, you're a little bit stressed. There's been some mental blocks there that you're trying to work through. And this, I feel, is because you've got a lot on your plate right now. Sometimes we need to take a step back in order to see the wood from the trees. And, once you have that higher perspective, because there's always an advantage to looking at things from a higher perspective, sometimes you can get a little bit too close to things and you can't really see clearly. So taking that higher ground or looking at the bigger picture, it helps you to really see where you're at right now. And you get a significantly fresher perspective is what I see there. Now, the Moon card, of course, it can indicate something is draining you right now. And for some of you, with the Justice card and the Ace of Swords, you feel someone is not telling the truth, the whole truth, and everything but the truth. So you may find that someone is holding back on something in the working environment. This could be like someone that you have to partner up with, or someone who is not following procedures in the place that you work at, and you're just keeping an eye on it. I would definitely say document everything that you feel is not right or not fair, because I'm getting an energy here that things are not fair. Things are a little bit out of sync at the moment where you're working, and it's really draining. It could be that some people are off unwell, for example, and you're having to pick up the slack, or it could be that there are some restructures going on and people are being let go and there's more work for you to do, but with little financial recompense there. But it could also be that you've caught someone doing something that you're not happy with. It does not align with your beliefs. So some of you are actually looking at what you believe in right now and wondering if, your sense of beliefs actually align with the company that you work for. They could be doing something that perhaps you're not comfortable with, whether that's partnering up with an alliance that you feel is not a good look or fit for the company. I feel like some of you are really shifting perspective right now in order to look at a very different path. Now, of course, also, I feel the universe is lining up an opportunity behind the scenes for you. So there's going to be a nice little surprise around about the second week of May for you. I feel like it's an offer or a rebate. It's money, or it's significantly more finances coming in, but it's attached to an offer for something that you worked really hard to accomplish. Because whenever you get a Knight of Pentacles, it means you worked really hard for what you have right now, and that, your stamina and dedication is going to take you towards success. But I do see a bit of a plot twist happening for you, where there's an opportunity coming in, something that surprises you. It could be news. Okay, I could be picking up on this deliverance of news. So it could be a letter or some sort of documentation. At first, you may want to give it a thorough read, because it's almost like at first you read it and you think, what? I don't understand. But actually, when you find out a little bit more about it, I feel it actually works in your favor, whatever it is. And it's going to be different for everybody, okay? Now, the Justice card, it is in the Resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. So when you get this card, it can indicate that, number one, some of you feel there's a bit of an unfairness going on. For some of you, you may even hear of a legal issue with the company that you work for, or you may even hear of changes in policies, rules, regulations in your industry, or some adjustments will be made that means new working practices. So it could be like new computer software or hardware, or maybe even a restructure of the premises. Some of you may find that where you're at, your company is deciding to relocate. But also, I feel there could be some new contracts available. So even if you've worked at the position for a long time with that Emperor energy, that indicates you've established yourself as someone who has a lot of experience. That Justice card can indicate that if there's a merge, for example, between companies or industries, you could see some new contracts come into play to reflect the merge. But do make sure that you get all the benefits that you had before, because I see here with that Ace of Swords, it feels like some things are going to be cut out. Things are downsizing, or they're restructuring in a way where the company benefits. And the people who work there, as we all know, rarely do. So that's coming out there as well. So I feel like you get an opportunity to negotiate a better deal, because actually you are an asset to a firm. You're an asset and a team player. I feel like, with that Four of Pentacles there, they'd want to keep you. So I feel like, you are capable of negotiating your role and a better deal there. Anything that's in the resistance position, it will turn into the upright there. So the Justice card really indicates you may have a lot of paperwork. You're going to be super busy. And this could also mean paperwork in your everyday circumstances. So it doesn't have to be in the working environment. So it could be that you're changing internet providers, or energy providers, or you have to take a day off from work, for example, to allow a new washing machine to come in, or I feel there's some adjustments that need to be made in the month of May, where you just have to make space for something personal as well. And there may be someone here, especially if you need to take a day off for something. If you have to ask your boss, and you're not your own boss just yet, you may have to ask for a day off. This person may try to say, well, we can't let you go on this date. We really need you on this date. So you may need to discuss the dates, or come to some agreement there. There may be a compromise that is laid on the table. Like they go, okay, if you could come in the morning, that would be great, and then you can go in the afternoon and do whatever it is you need to do. Maybe a half day off. I feel like they're going to try and negotiate it for you. But if it's like something you cannot negotiate, then of course, stand in your power, and I feel like they'll have to work around it, is what I see there. And you're not being arrogant or egotistical. I feel like you're doing what is best for you, and I feel like you've given them ample opportunity to know what you're doing in advance. That's what's coming up there. Now, am I getting anything else from this? I feel you're trying to keep a tight rein on your finances, be balanced. You may have felt that last month you spent a little bit more money than you'd hoped for, and this month you're just a little bit more serious about a budget. So I feel like you get to save a little bit more this month. With the Ace of Swords, some of you, especially if you've been so busy, there may have been an idea that you wanted to really investigate further, but you haven't had the time. But I feel the month of May, you're going to get a moment of downtime, but I see you actually spending it on trying to really investigate this idea or launch this idea. The Ace of Swords is a card of starting something from new, fresh. Could be a new idea or a new project, but it's a major breakthrough, whatever it is. Could also be a second stream of income, because the Moon card can indicate, a duality energy. The dog often represents, a long-term secure position where you will work with people for quite some time, and the wolf represents something a little bit more nomadic, perhaps a freelance position, maybe even something that you dip in and out of occasionally that you feel is more in alignment with your true calling, but it feels like you may do the two things whilst you're trying to establish yourself in, the more creative endeavor. So I definitely see some of you are doing that as well. Now, some of you beautiful Taurians, not all of you, but some of you may be taking a little bit of time off for a procedure. If you've got a date for surgery, for example, you may be just trying to tie up loose ends and get everything organized before you take some time off. Make sure that, whoever you work with does not try to rush you to come back, because, I feel it'll be a slow process. You'll come back when the moment is right. Make sure you recharge your batteries and get back to best first, okay? But the Ace of Swords, it will be in the upright position. And again, it's a card of responsibility. but most importantly, it's a card of achievement. So I feel whatever it is that you are responsible for, your sector or whatever it is, a project that you're working on, you will be triumphant. There is a major breakthrough here, a victory, if you will. And I feel this is a moment of clarity, that you've got this, that you suddenly know what to do if you've been struggling, trying to find a solution. But it's a card of like seizing the day. Taking action on something and being in control of the next moves in your career. So I definitely see that it's about time that you had some really great karma in your career. And I'm actually being given something here. I'm being given tough times don't last. Tough people do. And you're starting with the Emperor. And, you know, the Emperor is one of the most established cards in the deck. Has been through all the ranks, you know, started off as the page, moved the way up to Emperor level. And I feel like, you know, you've been through a lot when it comes to your career path. And, you know, you have basically negotiated better deals, you've worked really hard, you're one tough cookie. And I feel although things may seem a little bit difficult right now, you're capable of perseverance and enduring the next changes in your career sector. There is flexibility here for you. And I feel, you know, you are starting to understand also that you have some level of hidden talent, or you have some talent that you haven't fully tapped into, that you may start to explore a little bit more as you move from May into June, actually. And you may actually launch something later on that, if you're not an entrepreneur right now, you certainly will be at some point in your career, because I feel it's connected to writing or expressing yourself. For some of you, it could be a book or a screenplay or something that you're creating. I would also definitely say patent your ideas or copyright your work, because I feel there is a potential for people to look at what you're doing, and I feel like you're a little bit ahead of a curve in some way, and people think, that's great ideas. And then they're like, they may try to take your ideas on board and run with it before you do. Now, they're not capable of doing it as well as you, but at the same time, if it's something that's really maverick or trailblazing, you might want to keep it to yourself, or just keep your eye on things, or just copyright something, okay? That's coming out there as well. Now, with the Judgment card, it says here, believe in yourself, a new spiritual path or direction is opening up for you. I mean, you've got the Eight of Cups, which means a new direction is opening up. So some of you are leaving something in order to embrace something new, something more exciting, something more rewarding. And the Judgment card is a card of breakthrough as well. It's a self-evaluation period where you start to look at sorting the wheat from the chaff. You're looking at the effort that you put into something and what you get out of it. But also, you know, this is a card of kind of looking or checking in with your path to see if you're on the right path. Because I feel there's a bit of a fork in the road for you right now. And with that Two of Swords, I feel there's a big decision that you have to make. Trust your intuition. You're going to make the right decision there. Eight of Cups. You're in search of something that you feel is missing. And I'm not just talking about that receipt or that invoice that perhaps you may be looking for throughout the month of May for whatever reason. But I feel there's a missing ingredient right now in your career sector. And I mean, for some of you, it could be money. It could be that you need more money in order to afford an ever-changing lifestyle. Like right now, all the prices of things are going up, and I do see there's going to be a weird moment where items start to go down in price, okay? But it could be just before election time. You know, that's the cynic in me thinking that. But with that Judgment card, I feel right now you're in a period of strategy, of thinking about your next moves, and they give me the word exploration, and I feel, you have a lot of, I'm being given a song, just came in there, half my life's in books, written pages, facts learned from fools and sages. Dream on, dream a little, dream on. Okay, this is a very famous song by Aerosmith. I mean, it may even be called Dream On. I'm not really sure what it's called. I do know it's a very famous song. So this could be an indication song, which means over the next coming weeks, you're going to hear that song, and there's an opportunity that comes your way, because look, we've got a Knight of Pentacles, something being offered to you that is stable, long-term, is in alignment with your hardworking nature, something that, you've dedicated yourself towards, and now you're seeing a reward of some sort. it corresponds with some level of news. So listen out for that song, very famous there. But it could also indicate, keep dreaming. Even though you feel like you've established yourself in some area of life. And I feel like, some people may have tried to give you advice that was just not very good. And, you were very discerning and you took the advice that you felt was good stuff and left the rest. And I feel it's going to hold you in good stead. I mean, even that song indicates that some of you're so knowledgeable about what you do. You could actually write a book about it or a course and basically help other people. And as an exchange, because the law of the universe is there is always an action and a reaction, and there is a law of exchange, by you writing a book or writing a screenplay or, writing a course or whatever it is, putting a course online, you're giving a service. You're being in service to other people, but at the same time, there is a financial reward or an exchange there as recompense. So I feel some of you could be thinking about something like that right now. Also, the Knight of Pentacles indicates you proceeding with integrity, especially if you're going through any court cases or any legal issues there. I really feel like in the month of May, you're committed to being in the flow, and I feel you are being effective and efficient in everything that you do. You're doing your best. You never leave a job undone, and your determination and your dedication, it will pay off. Not just financially, but in terms of you feeling like you're adding value to the industry or to the role that you do. And I really get a sense here as well that you're regenerating finances and energy in order to live a comfortable life. I'm just hearing keeping the home fires burning. So it could be that, you're basically working right now to pay the bills to keep the home running smoothly, and you want to step up, you want to branch out or increase your finances. I definitely see that you're going to have lots of new ideas and opportunities in order to do that. Okay. Now, of course, also the Knight of Pentacles indicates that you're very careful with money and you're only spending when you need to, and your money is based on hard work. So I feel, the universe is sending you a little bit of a surprise there. So you're going to catch a break, some good karma coming your way. But at the same time, I feel, you're still stuck in the daily grind. And if basically, if you're looking for work, I feel like there's an opportunity coming in. I do feel this particular month of May, there's some really exciting new things coming in. However, it feels a little bit like business as usual. But what I do get is that your future self will thank you for everything that you're doing. And particularly this month, I feel like you're making some major decision that is going to benefit you long term. Two of Swords, if you're trying to make a decision, I definitely see that there is a moment of silence needed to remain in a peaceful state of mind. There's nothing to worry about here. Even though a Nine of Swords came out, some of you may feel a lot of pressure or you have a lot to think about right now and you're trying to just get your head in order. Finding a peaceful moment of silence, which is easier said than done these days, I feel like, you will find a solution. The history of the Two of Swords, this figure is blindfolded and has the swords up because they are symbols of defense. And of course, the blindfold is to tap into the intuition or to use other senses at this time, not just the eyes. Okay. So if you're offered something that you feel is too good to be true, as I said, I feel some of you are going to be offered something and you're like, it's not what I'm looking for, or it's not enough, or it's not good enough. And you see beyond the sort of red tape where they're going to throw out the, you're overqualified, spiel, let's put it that way. And you're like, well, actually, I take pride in what I do. I'm really the best at what I do, because you're basically showing up in Emperor energy. And male or female, it's not a gender-specific reading. It basically indicates that you really are a force to be reckoned with. And, I feel they want you on their team, but they may try to negotiate you down. But at the same time, you're going to negotiate them up. Also, Two of Swords, it's a card that indicates, yes, you're working really hard and you need a break. There has to be a point. And for some of you, it could be that you're taking a day off on your birthday. And for others, it could be that you may even decide to take a quick trip. There is what I see. But and you're going to really love it. I mean, the Eight of Cups is to relax. It is to really take stock of things, because sometimes when we take that break, it allows us to think. Have you ever come back from a vacation? You're like, wow, I got everything in my mind now. I know what I need to do. I'm inspired. I'm rejuvenated. I'm back, and I'm going to make some changes, and I've decided, and now I'm in control. And then you're just making it happen. I feel some of you are going to have that level of vacation or a trip away, and it gives you a sense of what you need to do next. Also, the history of this card is that this figure is about to discover new lands, to be bold and daring, and basically come out of their usual parameters in order to explore something new. You're looking at what you have to offer at this time, and you're walking away from something that just isn't fulfilling anymore. For some of you, it could be something that you used to love doing, but either there's some major changes that you're just not agreeing with, or you're not on board with, or they just feel really unfair right now and you're walking away from it, or you've established yourself to a certain level and there's no more room for you to climb the ladder in that position. So you need to branch out or do something different. For some of you, it's a completely different direction with the Eight of Cups, but also for others, it's basically you searching for that holy grail or that missing piece of fulfillment in your current circumstances. Whoever walks away on the Eight of Cups always walks straight into the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. So I feel like you're aligning yourself with something that's really exciting. Also, I feel, especially since the Moon card is there, some of you are actually making a decision between loving what you do, money, or security. So it could be that you're following your path, especially with the Judgment card there. That's the card of the calling, following your calling, and you loving what you do, but at the same time you may feel there's not really job security in that at this time. Because you're so good at what you do, I feel like you will find job security in it, but I feel some of you are going to do the best of both worlds until such time as, you know, your passion project becomes your main squeeze and it's very, very successful and very lucrative. For others, especially if you are an entrepreneur and you run your own business, this could be you in search of inspiration or deciding to branch out. For some of you, it could be that you're thinking about going abroad or moving business premises, or actually, you know, going in search of where you feel like you belong. I definitely see you being flexible, but at the same time, you're adhering to your own needs. You're doing what is right for you and your family in this moment. And I feel like you have a lot to think about over the next coming weeks, but you're going to have that major breakthrough. And I feel there's some successes on the horizon for you as well, okay? Now, they're also showing me a tripod in the water, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. Now, tripods, they can represent support. It could also be something that you will use in your day-to-day tasks, perhaps a photographer or filming, or what else is a tripod used for? It could be, you know, symbolic of people giving support or care in some way. But it could also indicate that there's three people coming together to work as a team, supporting each other, or team morale. So please take it as it resonates. I'm just being shown a tripod. It's just so random. It's just there. So it may resonate with some of you, may not. Could literally be that you're going to walk down the sidewalk in the next couple of days and just see a random tripod there. And you're like, oh, that was weird. But it signifies some news coming in that you'll be really excited about and you'll celebrate. It's like an indication of your career or money situation starting to flourish and you're on the up. Now, we've got the roaring moon there. To get this card with the Emperor, it really means you are a force to be reckoned with. You're actually in a more powerful position than you realize. It says, show your power to your oppressors. Attention, fearless, fiery, and drama. Okay, so if there is anything untoward going on in your career sector right now, I definitely see that you're standing up to it. I also see that you may go through the right legal lines of requirement to expose something or basically express that you're not happy about something. There will be a solution found there as well. And we've also got Moon Dancer. Okay, and this card, it says a time of celebration is at hand. Movement, celebration, and fun times. So there's a lot of responsibility energy here where you are going to be very busy, very productive, and you know, you've got a lot of tasks and responsibilities on your plate in the month of May. But do remember to have fun, and there's definitely something to celebrate coming in there for you as well. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune. Oh, Okay, so we've got the angel ball. So this is really that you are protected and redirected, and you're divinely guided towards what is best for you at this time. Also, I'm being given moonstone for you. I mean, I know I'm using a moon deck there, but a moonstone, okay, is going to really help you connect to your dreams. It will help promote clarity during times of uncertainty, but also I feel this is about harnessing the energy of the moon. I feel there's an energy here of being super organized, but noticing what is draining you, whether it is a person, a situation, whether it's a food substance, or whether it's something, hormonal going on there. I feel like you will pinpoint it and you will rebalance it. And I feel an easier time is ahead there. For some of you, it could be that you're catching up on yourself when it comes to work. And now it just feels like you're on top of things and it's just a little bit easier there as well. Okay. Especially if you're a parent and moving back into the working sector, or you're a parent and you're trying to navigate everybody's schedule. It can feel like a lot, but I feel things will get a little bit easier for you. And I see that, you're going to be able to catch a break. The universe is sending you an opportunity in order to do that. So I'll leave that there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Taurians. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians, and love and light.